Welcome back to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am Jon, joined, as always, to my left by the talker of talking. It is Sam. He is here. Welcome, sir.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Oh, excellent. You're talking quiet now. Did I scare you with all my noise levels?
Yes.
We were testing out the audio because we haven't been on the air in 2 weeks, and things were a little jacked up. So hopefully we're coming through good, sounding good tonight. I told Sam he needed to test more because he talks more boisterous than I do. I'm more of a broadcaster style. You're more of a court jester style, I would say.
Court jester? That's interesting. I didn't know court jesters were so loud and boisterous.
They're boisterous, I'll tell you what. So we had a week off. We had a week off.
If the court jester comment, I think I might want more time off.
Permanent vacation. Yeah, we took some time off for the holiday, kind of to get our affairs in order and get things going. So we didn't miss much in wrestling, did we? 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same shit.
The biggest thing that happened in wrestling was on a UFC card.
This is true, and we will get to that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the same shit because we are a WWE-centric show. If you look back the last 3 weeks, a lot of the same, just kind of like recycling the same.
Trying to get to Extreme Rules.
Yeah. It's
and then
treading water.
Slogging through that to get the SummerSlam.
Last year at this time, we were preparing for Great Balls of Fire, and we were all excited. Like, what's it going to be? Oh, it's just another
I thought every year they should have a pay-per-view named after like an old song.
Like, you have a joke to follow that up with? No?
No. Like, I mean, you could have actually, I could have set you up for once.
I didn't have time for that.
You don't have time. I don't plan any of my jokes.
Well, you're quicker
I forgot.
than I am.
You're not
I'm a professional broadcaster.
Yes.
You're the court jester.
Yeah,
we just went over this.
Great Balls of Fire. That you could have come out with some, like, you know, stupid Motley Crue song or something.
That's not an old song.
Not old. That's like early 1980s. That's old now.
What does that make
like
me?
Like a pay-per-view, like, what's the stupid Motley Crue song?
Girls, Girls, Girls.
That's what I was thinking of. That's one I can think of, too.
That'd be one. I'd sign up for that one.
Yeah.
And it'd be all kinds of, let's talk about this. I had this bitch fest earlier about the inequality in WWE with the manager situation.
I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
You don't like my argument?
No, I think your argument's terrible.
So I'm going to get into this because we'll go down the list. Then I didn't even write this down, but I want to get into it because I feel like it's a hot topic on my mind,
yeah,
which means
mind,
it's a hot topic on all of you people, your minds too. So, just going to take, for example, Andrade Cien Almas. He has a manager. It's a woman.
She's amazing.
She's a strong, fierce, independent woman. She comes out. She can do moves. She does Hurricane Ranas to the opponents. She strikes fear.
Does she say she's a strong, independent woman?
She plays the character of a strong, independent woman.
She's not independent. She has Andrade.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Already. We're 2 minutes and 48 seconds in. Can I take another week off?
Maybe you'll never come back from New Hampshire.
Oh, this is true.
Hopefully.
So, and that's the norm. I mean, think about even back to like TNA, Test and Albert. Oh, Trish Stratus was like she stood there and she was like nobody was cowering in fear from, you know what I mean? Like
Miss Elizabeth.
Like she wasn't like weak and like that was the 80s, which was old apparently. It was what you just told me. But now circle back around to now. James Ellsworth comes out for Carmella, and he's a little bitch. And they have intergender matches where he's not allowed to get one fucking offensive move in.
Because it's Asuka.
Because men just are not allowed to do anything.
Oh my god, bitch. Bobby Heenan was a male manager, and he was a weasel.
He didn't manage women.
That's because there weren't any women wrestlers then.
But if there was women wrestlers, they would have had men that like stood by them, and they were like managers. James Ellsworth is just not allowed to be like.
You don't think that that it's perfect for what they're going for?
It's perfect for the character. It is, but the point being like
you're making an argument about a situation. There's no male managers of female wrestlers.
I think the people understand what I'm trying to say. Like it's hilarious that the man is weak against the woman. But that's so funny. Look at him run away and can't do any offense.
Yeah, that's the
point.
Look
at that, it's great. Oh, okay, so you're down with this. You don't think there's a weird like double standard inequality like.
No, I'm not worried about.
You're not worried about hashtag Me Too. No.
What does that do with me? Wow, you're taking shots at me too now? You're Donald Trump?
Taking shots at
Donald Trump took shots at me. Not me too.
Oh, hey, who's on first here?
Donald Trump took some shots at me too. I didn't know you were gonna as well. Maybe you should
make
go on
WWE great again.
The Trump train.
All right, well, I'm off of my stupid soapbox. Maybe I'll just go back and cut that whole thing out.
No, it's because I think it's terrible, so I leave it in.
I just think
want the audience to think, I'm on Sam's side if they're hearing that stupid argument
No,
from JB.
I think it's a serious, legit argument. Like, every time, like, it's like the guy has to be the weak one in today's day and age. I'm saying.
Wait, are we still talking wrestling?
Yes, but kind of, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just like, you can't
Like,
have...
you're the weak one in your relationship. I don't hear you.
So...
Hi-oh! God, I had that build up so nice. You didn't know it was coming, and then it's boom. Set you up with like a little like a left jab came, you move, and boom, right hook, out you go.
Are you finished? Are you finished? No, you're not. Look at you. You think you look how hilarious you are.
I love it.
So we had the pull apart brawl this week. Roman and Lashley.
Roman and insert other guy here for the pull apart brawl.
Because Roman's just too intense. It takes a whole locker room of men to pull him apart.
So
or it could be strong independent women could pull him apart too. Maybe
Possibly.
we could have just had one. Actually, could have probably done the job of 30 men.
China were still alive.
Yeah, or just Alexa Bliss could have done it because a woman can do anything that 30 men can do.
Boy, you're really fired up about this women and men thing.
But seriously, the pull apart brawl, it's just too many times. It's like the ring collapsing. It's cool in the moment, and if you're live there, it's probably awesome. Because you see all the guys come out. But if you're sitting at home watching it as like a jaded wrestling fan like we are, you're like, fuck,
You're super jaded this week.
It just, don't you feel like it's...
Yeah, I mean, it's been played
much?
out a little bit. And they go the same way. The only thing that's different, Roman did a dive onto 70 wrestlers and it knocked them all down.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool, it was, again, cool spots, and it's cool visually, and it'll make for a good montage Sunday at Extreme Rules. But otherwise, can't we do anything different here? I mean, seriously.
Why are they doing this whole thing like two wrestlers with huge egos? Like, how did Bobby Lashley has a big ego? Yeah, he's like he was the guy to come out and he'd just be like put his hands there like this.
Yeah,
and,
in what world is he a huge ego?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Yeah, he's probably like, I'm not going to play this role well. Like,
I think only Roman Reigns has a huge ego, and it just doesn't make any sense. And you think it's going to main event on Sunday at Extreme Rules?
Yeah, it should.
It should.
It's Roman Reigns.
There's a WWE Championship match. The linear world fucking title is on the line.
The rankings go big dog, everything else. Imagine if the big dog has the belt.
Oh, they'll just have a pay-per-view called Big Dog.
Yeah.
Great Balls of Big Dog.
See, was it Bulldog or Pitbull?
Some kind of, not Bulldog. Bulldogs are small.
Yeah, Pitbull.
They don't have big balls. Maybe compared to their body. Like me. You have a heart attack? You clutched your chest on that one.
Only when you throw in one-liners I'm not expecting.
I'm not supposed to be the quick one here, folks.
I know, but you're throwing in big balls for their... Oh, shit. What the hell were we talking about?
We're talking about Drew McIntyre is going to be a main eventer sooner rather than
later.
later.
Yeah, you're in love with him. You can...
Oh my god, he's the best. What is that?
Text message.
It's
not about
wrestling. You know how to silence your
Nobody
cell
watches
phones
anymore. We can talk about that one later too. But
don't you know how to silence your cell phones before we start recording?
Want everybody to know that I got a text.
Oh, what's her name?
No, it's not a her.
Of course,
it's a boy.
Yeah, it's expected. McIntyre, main eventer. He's got the look.
They're setting him up.
He's got the chest hair. That's all he needs, really. Yeah. I mean, he needs a new finisher. The Claymore is shit. It's basically a drop kick to the face. I don't like it.
That's something you don't like?
Yeah, I don't like the finisher. I mean, the guy is humongous. Why are we having him do a drop kick? He could be doing like the jackhammer or
athleticism.
It does, but
why would he do Goldberg's fucking?
I didn't say he should have that one. I'm saying he could do a move like that, easily. He could give him something else. I don't have anything off the top of my head, but anything else. But
the jackhammer, the spear. Give him the spear. Anything else Goldberg you do.
So do you think he's the main eventer?
I think that's what they're trying to like set him up for. This because this is going to explode soon with Dolph and,
you think?
And that they're going to.
I think they should ride that for a long time.
I don't think they will. They're going to get Dolph and Drew.
But neither of those
Dolph
guys.
And Drew at SummerSlam.
Ugh, no, I don't want that.
What do you want?
I want like Drew and Rollins or something.
This
like
is
that.
what
I want this to blow off and have Ziggler break away. From
no, that's not how this works. They're going to have a feud.
Yeah, but I guess the point being, like,
Michaels and Big Daddy Cool.
Neither one of these guys is going to generate like sympathy. to be the face. Do you know what I mean? Like no one's really like.
I think they're setting up McIntyre to be the face.
You think so? So Ziggler's going to do like dastardly deeds and like keep
keep
screwing him out of.
Well, I mean, the role he's playing now. Yeah, I think they're going to try and build it. From
okay, maybe that I could see, but I was thinking you were going to say like it was going to turn into like Ziggler gets beat down and we're supposed to feel for him.
Dastardly deeds.
But see, that could be his finisher, the dastardly deeds. It's too close to Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, is he alive still? We still
he might be dead. Yeah, he might be dead. We took 2 weeks off. He's taken 2 years off.
Yeah, maybe he's just saying, like, listen, as long as I got Renee sitting on it, I'm not coming back anytime soon.
There's no guarantee she's sitting on it.
They're together. I'm sure she's sitting on it.
Not everybody that's together is sitting on things.
I'm pretty sure she's sitting on it. They're not. They think they're just in a relationship of just friendship.
Maybe they just like do hugs.
Do the hugs.
Yeah, they do the hugs.
Yeah, they don't touch each other's no special place.
There you go. I was like,
you wanted my new punchline?
Yeah. The title of this week's episode: the no special place. You want to talk about your boy Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, I mean it's the biggest thing going right now. For those of you that were living in a cave this last week, there was a UFC event which I watched, and basically. What happened was the title match was Daniel Cormier challenging Stipe Miocic, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Stipe was the heavyweight champ. Daniel Cormier is the light heavyweight champ, I believe. So he's trying to get a second belt, and he knocked out Cormier. Lesnar was in the crowd. I'm sorry, Cormier knocked out Stipe. Lesnar was in the crowd the whole time, and after Cormier, basically... thanked everything and talked about the win. He called out Brock Lesnar. Brock came barreling into the cage.
Whatever,
Sorry.
It's all the same thing.
And he came in and he cut a promo, and it was so good.
It was good. That was scripted, right? It was definitely...
Well, that's what everybody's saying. I mean, and Cormier's a huge WWE fan, so I'm sure. But listen, like, the thing that sucks is it's a PG environment now, so Brock's not allowed to be Brock. But that was... basically what Brock did. He can come in and...
That was as far as Brock probably is allowed to go.
No, I mean, he comes in and he's like, basically says out to, DC, called a guy earlier on the card that was a heavyweight, a piece of shit, called the guy that just lost a piece of shit, and then told DC he's coming for you, motherfucker. So, it was good. It was good. It's got everybody talking. I don't care. I see this is fake and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I watch wrestling.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
I want entertainment.
If it's got the scripted nature of WWE, but with the actual fight.
Right. That's what I think Dana White's realizing. They need more of that to make people interested in the fights.
Right. Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. So
Matty Cole's going to hate it because he's bitching to me. Even though he's a wrestling fan, he's also a UFC fan. And he was like, I don't want it to be where like guys don't get shots on merit and they get whatever, but fuck it. Brock Lesnar is the biggest draw going.
Kind of a little bit with Matty Cole there, but I see both ways because I've always thought the only way to make... I was never a UFC guy, but now I give a shit. And that's the whole point.
Because it's Brock fucking Lesnar. He's a draw.
And I would also be interested if it wasn't Lesnar and there was more of that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? A little bit more... Let's
Hollywooding?
Yeah, a little less just tell the tape kind of things and more drama.
I mean, I like that too, but I mean, it's also fun when stuff like this happens. Right. And it's funny because people bitch about Brock, in WWE because he doesn't defend the belt, he doesn't whatever, and now he just jumps right into UFC and gets and UFC great. Is quote unquote real, and he just jumps right in and gets a title shot.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's holding our belt hostage and goes right after their belt. But there's got to be some kind of working.
Our belt and their belt. They're two different things, by the way. But, you see Dana White came out and said, they're like, well, does he have Vince's permission? He's like, oh yeah, he wouldn't do this without Vince's permission.
Right, okay.
Like, Vince loves Brock and, they have a great relationship, so.
Okay. So
he's got to lose the belt at SummerSlam, because this match, I guess this fight is supposed to happen, like, towards the end of 2018.
Do we know that he entered the drug
Yes, I'm sure he did, yeah.
Okay, because I know that was the big... question marks.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
Well, that'll be one that I'll definitely legally stream, so that'll be good stuff.
It was crazy to watch it. Like, Brock towers over.
Oh, he's huge.
But I guess I forgot though that Cormier was in a fight, so he wouldn't have shoes on, and Brock probably had like 1 or 2 inch heels on, but still.
Yeah, like cane lifts.
No, I mean just normal like shoes are gonna give you an extra inch or 2, but
all my shoes have an extra like half inch in them. Mm-hmm. I mean, not a half, but I put those insoles in all my shoes.
Yeah.
For comfort, but it's actually for heightening.
Yeah, heightening.
Because as a guy,
especially you're heightening because you somehow are with some chick that's tall.
Well, yeah, but like. Yeah, I mean that has a lot to do with it. I didn't heighten before. You're right.
Yeah,
but yeah,
when you were with Smackdown Monday, you didn't heighten.
Killing me with that.
If you were listening to last week's show, it was a reference to John's ex-wife, the walking condominium herself. But yeah, so you're heightening. All right.
I do.
I thought it was for plantar fasciitis inserts.
If you were to look in my closet, every pair of shoes that I wear on a regular basis, not random shoes,
has a heightener in them.
And I swear to God, it's like
Gets
only
you like
half
inch
maybe. So I'm 5'7.5" on a good day.
Well, no, technically
with shoes, I guess I'd be like 5'8".
Yeah,
Towering over people.
5'8.5". A shoe adds about an inch, depending on the shoe.
Actually, you're right. Because when I come home from work, if she's like still barefoot, which is what she goddamn better be. I'm kidding.
Well, I would say barefoot and pregnant, but she can't be. You have free blast.
Holy moly. Yes, you're right. But yeah, then we're like eye to eye, and that's like the one time we're eye to eye. So,
do you like that eye to
eye? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
See? You see how like?
I guess I do.
I mean,
but I also really like the heels. Like, you know, I mean, when she's like a full on 6 foot,
you like the Costanza.
Yeah. Because when she wears heels, she is like 6 foot, so it's pretty awesome. And then I just go like, I just sit on my knees. I don't even go there. I don't even.
The reason you sit, I sit on my knees.
Whatever, it's kneeling. Can we move on to the next wrestling thing, please? Sure. That Ronda Rousey commercial.
Brock. Oh yeah. Well, before we go to that.
Oh
yeah, Brock.
You got to finish your topics before you start talking about my
knees and sitting on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking about Brock the heightening, but anyway, it really shows you how like big of an individual Brock Lesnar is.
Oh yeah, he's a freak.
And Cormier isn't a natural heavyweight. I mean, he's only I think listed at 5'10". He weighed for that fight 246. You know, I think Brock loses. If I had to, I really do. I mean, Cormier is he's only lost ever to Johnny Bones Jones twice.
What's the age difference?
They're both old.
Oh, okay.
Brock's older. I think Cormier's 39. Brock's probably like 42, if I had to guess, 41, 42.
I think he's 41, yeah.
Yeah. So they're both old, but, I mean, Brock's only chance, in my estimation, is, and Cormier's a decent wrestler, is to take Cormier down and maybe ground him and maybe get him, you know, a decision, or maybe if he gets lucky, you know, get a couple shots good on the ground and pound him out. But, I don't know. Cormier just knocked out a legit heavyweight guy that's been known to take a punch better than Brock takes a punch. So, I don't know. The betting line is Cormier is only a slight favorite. And I think that's because of how popular Brock is.
Okay.
Even though WWE fans bitch about him, he's a huge draw. So people will probably bet on him because it's Brock Lesnar.
So let me ask you something, and forgive me for my ignorance, but if the other guy had won, would they have still done this?
Yes, it was, but I don't think it would have gotten the build-up because you wouldn't have had that guy probably as good as talking about it after the match, you know, setting it up. So, all
right, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. So that's our Brock information.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep abreast of this story. Abreast. I said. So that Ronda Rousey commercial, if you guys have not seen it, I'm in love with this commercial, and Sam finally saw it tonight. It's fucking good. It's just for a stupid video. The 2K19 that's coming out.
Get to your Roddy.
And it gets you like in the heartstrings.
And you don't have heartstrings.
I don't even have heartstrings.
Yeah, that's
they
amazing.
got played tonight. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. Just YouTube it or whatever the kids do these days. What do? They Bumble it or something or.
Bumble is a dating app.
Oh, I don't know. I thought that was for videos or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go on to and look at the commercial there, you'll see it's Rousey in a locker room and she's looking at the leather jacket that Roddy Piper handed her, and over top of that is playing some Roddy Piper quotes or when he's talking to her, and it's good. It's good shit. Even for those of us without emotions, we felt emotions. Good stuff.
So I'd like to quick interject something. I just saw we were watching Smackdown tonight.
Yes, sir.
And Samoa Joe wasn't on tonight, was he?
Yeah, he's. I don't know.
I just watched before the show, pre-show Smackdown. He attacked. He is the perfect 10.
Oh,
tied.
He has dropped down. Jesus.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was just for the fans in attendance to see Joe and please them, but.
So Joe's still around at least.
Yeah, what the fuck though? It's Joe. That's your boy.
I guess if he.
Oh, sorry, former boy. Now McIntyre.
Oh yeah, it's McIntyre. McIntyre trumps Joe for me all the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're very fickle.
Well,
to drop Joe like that.
I love Joe, but
fat.
he hasn't done what have you done for me lately. And McIntyre, I just think like, first of all, I want to hitch my wagon to that so that when he's awesome in 2 years, people are like, you didn't like him. That bullshit. Go to episode 61 of the TGP.
Then when he is, you're like, I don't like him anymore.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I'll be like, I like this new guy, Killian Dane. He's well over 300 pounds. Which, by the way, there's no way Killian Dane is 300 pounds. Do you agree?
No, I think he probably is.
You think? Sure. He's probably like 5'8" with heightening.
You think he's only 5'8"?
Nah, but he's probably not even 6 foot.
Killian Dane. Let's see what his book height is. He's 6'4".
Bullshit.
So let's say he's 6'1".
He stands next to Eric Young, so he probably looks really tall.
So let's say he's 6'1".
Fucking way he's 6'4".
He's listed 6'4", 322. So he's probably like 6'1", 290, 300
bogus,
pounds.
Man. Killian, I know you're listening to this podcast because everybody's doing it because it's the coolest thing to do. Hit us up and tell us.
His real name is Damian Mackle.
That's a terrible name. I'm glad they changed it. His real weight is probably 285, which I know is close to 300, but if I was 285, I would not be telling people I was 300.
In professional wrestling, you want to be. You want to be the...
Speaking of bodies, we wanted to talk about... isn't it crazy that James Ellsworth is made fun of on SmackDown for having a quote-unquote terrible body? And like, his thing is that he can't do push-ups or sit-ups, and you and I would kill.
We're like, whoa, he's not fat. We'll take that.
Like, yeah, okay, he's not in shape like Drew McIntyre.
Not even close.
But imagine...
And he's like super like thin.
Yeah.
Like, even if I got skinny, I wouldn't look like that. I'd look worse, but I wouldn't be like... I wouldn't be that like narrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. But it's just funny that like... If you're not a huge muscle bound, or even fat guys don't get made fun of in WWE. It's the little skinny guys.
Fat guys do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Name one.
Kevin Owens of the week. We made a whole thing
right.
about it. How Vince made sure he got in a crack at Kevin Owens' expense. Yeah, fat guys.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry about that. Oh my god. So talking about the Ellsworth thing, we had the lumberjack match with all the women.
Yes.
And you wanted to make a comment about.
Oh
that.
yeah, how they like when there's like.
So let me paint the picture for the background while Sam collects his thoughts. There was a match, Ellsworth versus Asuka. It was the lumberjack match, and all the women wrestlers on SmackDown were on the outside of the ring. And the idea was when Ellsworth would come out of the ring, the women would throw him back in because he's a spineless loser. And Sam made the comment, as he's doing his thing, that the women ended up fighting each other instead of taking care of Ellsworth.
Because women can't get along. It's like they were saying, like, let's do a thing where all the the lumberjills or whatever they want to call them, don't get along because they're women, they don't get along. And that's what happens.
It's just funny because the idea of that match was the women are going to band together to stop the dastardly deeds of Ellsworth, and it turns out they couldn't do it because women can't get along, and you all know it's true. And I know we've got a lot of women fans out there.
We do.
Actually, we've got some new fans this week.
Would you like to thank the new fans?
Should I actually thank them this week?
Yeah.
So we've got a couple new listeners. So we want to thank Lainey and Heather for listening to us because we've got a couple female fans, probably 2 out of the thousands and thousands that listen to us every week.
And if you're newly listening to us, reach out to us on Twitter and we'll give you a shout out.
Damn right we will. So please hit us up.
As long as you're a chick.
Well, yeah, I don't give a shit about a guy. It'd be kind of weird if a guy's like, hey. Actually, they would do that. I could think of one particularly doofy guy that would actually do that.
And now you just put down our whole audience.
No, not our whole audience. They're not all doofy.
You're like, God, what guy would listen to a podcast and reach out? You're over here telling me about it. Oh, I'm so excited. I met this guy that makes YouTube videos. Like, you just put down who you are for that freaking dork you were telling me about on YouTube. Like, that's so... I love that. We don't... It's so funny. People probably think, like, we rehearsed what we're going to talk about. We don't. And then you say something and I just fucking tear you to shreds. Oh, I love it. So, what's your fucking dude's name that you love?
Are you talking about the video game guy?
Yeah.
The Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yeah,
He's a legend.
Angry Video Game Nerd, you've told me about, and you went to go see him.
Yes,
and
I did.
From your own account, NJ Lucky's, you were nervous.
I was nervous as fuck. I wasn't just nervous.
To meet him.
I was.
And you're here making fun of people that might listen to our show
my brother and
reach out to
nervous
us.
As shit. We walked up and we turned around and went the other way. We had to keep going back. It was. I listen and watch him every single day. So just imagine
you and your brother. Oh, we don't know what this say. He turned around and
let's imagine that
this
you actually
Ted fucking Williams.
Let's imagine you actually like something.
I do like a
you
lot
don't like shit. So imagine you actually.
This isn't Ric Flair. I met Ric Flair.
He's the Ric Flair of video game YouTubing.
How does that even compare to Ric Flair?
Millions of subscribers.
Big fucking deal.
What do you mean big fucking deal? That's
millions of subscribers? Big fucking deal. He's not Space Mountain.
Oh my god. He is the end all be all of YouTube video game guys. And we were right there, right across from him, and nobody was in line.
It's not like you were meeting Mario himself. That would be different.
This is his close as you can. I mean, seriously, I don't know. It'd be like me meeting, like, Jack Bauer from 24.
That's a famous actor.
This guy's a famous actor in that world.
Of fucking subscribers. I know he makes fucking money, but it's not... I don't understand why you'd be nervous meeting somebody like that.
I feel like you would be nervous if you met one of your horse racing people.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be
nervous.
nervous.
No, I'm not nervous meeting a celebrity. Maybe it's because I've like been in the media and like interviewed famous people. I was nervous when I was like 17 or 18 and like I was 18 and I interviewed like Tim Duncan in the locker room. I was a little bit nervous, but like I wasn't like, I can't do it.
Tim Duncan. This is the angry video game nerd we're talking about.
Yeah. One's one of the greatest NBA players of all time.
And one is the greatest
somebody
YouTuber
I
of
couldn't
all
remember
time.
his name.
Oh my god. You're terrible. You need to start watching these videos when I send them to you.
I'm not
You'll
going
start to.
to. I don't care. Why would I get nervous? This is so funny. So you, back to where we were going.
Where were we going with this?
You made fun of our listeners saying, we're not going to have guys that reach out.
I was doing my shtick that I do.
Your shtick.
Where I play an asshole on
Men,
TV.
if you'd like to reach out to us, we're still not going to... What do you mean, men?
Funny.
Guys?
It's just funny. You're like, men, if you'd like to reach out to us.
Yeah, men, please reach out to us. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No. We're not gonna, we'll talk to you on there. We'll throw out or whatever. We need every listener we can get, I guess.
This is true. And the audience is growing and we do want, again, how many times do I have to say this?
I'm a video game nerd.
How many times do I have to say this? I play heel on TV. These
No, why don't you get your boy to come on our podcast?
I've tweeted at him a few times.
And how'd that work out for you?
Really, really well.
Hey, aren't you that guy that came up with your brother a few times and turned around and ran away like a schoolgirl?
We didn't run away. Although Jay Lucky was thoroughly embarrassed by how we acted that day.
I mean, you're running away from the angry video game nerd and she's running up to the Kemi Mutombo and embracing him. I mean...
This is true. She met him in the airport in a very odd story that I still don't quite understand all the details, but she was young. Who the hell knows what was going on there? Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So, alright. I went to Walmart with Jay Lucky and the kids on Sunday, whatever the day. It's not important. And
is Walmart our new sponsor?
Walmart.com. And the boy had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And so, obviously, I went in there with him. And I went in there and I went to the urinal and he went into the stall. Now, let me give you a little backstory to those of you who don't know. His mom, Jay Lucky, and his sister both are females, and they both, obviously... Shut up.
His mother and sister are both females.
And they both have curly hair, right?
Yes.
So I'm standing there at the urinal, and he's in the stall. And he goes, John, there must have been a lot of girls in here, because there's a lot of, like, black curly hairs in the stall.
I can't believe you didn't tell me this.
I was saving it for now. I wanted to tell you so bad.
Me dying of laughter like for 4 minutes on this episode.
And I was done. Like, I could not control myself. But he said it.
Was anybody else in there?
Because to him, like, it's funny. To a 9-year-old, curly hair equals girl hair.
It equals mom.
Right, exactly.
Mom must have been in here.
Right. I was just like, yep. And then he told Jay Lucky later that night, and she gave me the big eyes. I'm like, oh, what was I going to do? Rip him out of the stall? Like, I couldn't do anything.
What did you say to him?
Nothing. I was just like, yeah, I guess. But he's shitting. Like, I couldn't, like, stop him mid-shit and be like...
He's not quite ready for that talk yet.
No, not quite. No. It was so hard to control. Like, I know they say, like, the kids through the door and this thing, but that was, like, a legitimately, like...
Speaking of short and curlies, that brings me to my next point. Birds' nests.
We did make a promise to one of our new listeners that we would talk about birds' nests this week.
Yeah, so about the old bird nest. Now, since we were just talking about the short and curlies, what the bird's nest is, for all of you out there, it's when your woman... I mean, and a man can have a bird's nest too, I guess. I don't know if it would be called still a bird's nest, because the bird's nest, to me, intimates more of like a feminine type thing, but it's when your woman's got such a ungroomed pubic region area. I'm trying to be proper here.
That's the worst possible way you could have explained it.
And it's all like mishmashed and everything in there together. That's the bird's nest. And then, she'll throw on a swimsuit and they'll start the little straws will start poking through the swimsuit. Oh. That's the bird's nest. Because, it looks like a bird's nest with all the little twigs and everything in there.
So what you're saying is you don't want that from your woman?
I mean, if it's your thing...
You don't seem to mind it.
If it's your thing, if that's what you like, then everybody likes different things. I mean, that probably won't be my thing, but
You just alienated half of our audience.
that's their thing, you think? A lot of Bird's Nest is what their thing?
I'm just trying to bust your balls from earlier when you said I alienated the audience.
So yeah, we've taught you about things like the Eiffel Tower. Now you know what we're saying. Bird's Nest. You say, oh, she had a bird's nest.
If you're laying on the beach, say face down, and someone walks by and says, bird's nest, you might want to check yourself. That's
well, not yourself probably, because a man probably won't have.
We're not saying that only men listen to it. Oh, shit. Dude, I can't have a sneeze in the middle of the goddamn podcast.
I had a sneeze. What do we do? You don't have a button.
Well, you could have given me a little bit more warning.
It's a sneeze. I don't have 5 minutes.
I'm sure I have a sneeze button here somewhere. I have to cut that out. Now, I'm not going to cut it out now because we just talked about it for a full minute.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
Right.
Sneeze is good potential.
He's a professional broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you want to make some picks? Some Extreme Rules picks?
Does anybody care about this pay-per-view?
We do, because we're podcasters about wrestling.
Oh, yeah, it's a hot pay-per-view.
And remember...
I know a lot of people are really interested in watching it. I had a whole text message about that.
How many times have I told you? If they're hearing us, clearly they're interested. So we have to
play
they're
interested in us, not necessarily wrestling.
That's true. They're like, what are they going? What kind of weird sex?
We do have a bunch of listeners that don't like wrestling.
This is true. A lot of our newer listeners. All right, so let's run down the list here. We'll make our picks, and then... Do you want a punishment, or do you just not care? Extreme Rules. There was a suggestion.
There should be an extreme punishment.
There was a suggestion out there that we should just have a championship belt. For What do you think of that?
Yeah,
stupid.
Okay, yeah,
because that involves pictures, and we're not photogenic, and
loser, has to stuff their face in a bird's nest or something.
Oh God. So let's run down the matches here. Owens versus Strowman in a steel cage match. At least that's got some kind of stipulation. Yeah. I'm going to say Strowman. Yeah, I mean, there's no fucking way that...
I mean, I like Owens, but you can't derail Strowman at this point.
No way.
Even though Strowman's got one over on Owens every week, basically.
I mean, I guess Owens could win...
by Dastardly Deeds.
I was trying not to say it because I'm overusing that term now.
That's your thing.
It is my thing now.
Dastardly Deeds.
The talker talking and the Dastardly Deeds. Okay, so Ziggler versus Rollins IC title Iron Man match.
Rollins gets the title.
You think he gets it back? Mm-hmm. See, that's crazy. And now McIntyre's not banned from ringside now. Yep. So the odds are stacked against him. I'm going to go with Ziggler retains. I think it's going to be
maybe the beginning of the fracturing of the relationship.
I feel like that hasn't been going on long enough.
I'm just saying the beginning of the fracturing.
Yeah, I still feel like it hasn't gone on long enough. You seem to think it's going to happen at SummerSlam.
WWE can't wait for most things. I mean, the Miz. Daniel Bryan was just quoted in an article, or he was on a podcast or something where he was like, he's like, I just don't think WWE has the patience to work up a Miz program with me and Miz from now till Mania.
He's probably right, though. I mean, is it WWE or is it us? I mean, we bitched about the same match 2 weeks in a row.
Well, the style's not going to work, but there needs to be substance to it, too. It can't just be dick kicks and...
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did Styles Nakamura on SmackDown, because then it got Rusev and Jeff Hardy involved. But you're right. It seems like the same thing week after week. And then the Revival versus Rude and Reigns. How many weeks in a row? God damn it. Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
You mean Lashley and Reigns? Right?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said Rude.
Oh, did I say Rude?
In my head, I was trying to think.
Did I say Bobby Roode? Where does that come from? Jeez.
Yeah, he was back there this week. He was on TV this week.
Yeah, he was for the pool part. So was Mike Kanellis.
Yeah, Zack Ryder. But Rude was talking about what was the tag team? It was Bobby Roode. And somebody.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It's all interchangeable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
nothing exciting.
There seriously is so many upper mid card interchangeable guys.
Yeah, that aren't exciting right now.
Yeah, Balor Corbin.
I'm hoping Corbin.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Corbin.
He's got better music.
He does, and the sad thing is Balor's music's not that terrible.
But it doesn't matter. It's now.
Who
do you think you are?
Oh, it's so good. Here's a good one: Carmella and Asuka. Because Carmella again has got that. She's got it working going on with the title and being
she's
evil.
Got it going on.
Baby, she's got that. I don't know. I don't want to say.
You think Ellsworth is hitting that?
No, I don't think so.
That'd be awesome for hideous
goes
guys
from
everywhere.
Oh yeah, it would be one for the Gipper. But I mean, it's like go from big cast to no ass.
Yeah. What, big cast to no ass?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something that rhymed with cast, and I had no time to think.
You're like big cast to Johnny Bass.
That's worse than what I said.
Yeah,
Carmella, Asuka. What do you think? I'm going Asuka. There's nothing on the line here, so you can make a ridiculous pick.
Do they want to make her chase it longer? I mean, Asuka almost needs the belt.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe Charlotte comes back and they have
Or
like a
they
big
extend it to
rematch at
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
I'll go Mella. She's money.
She is money. It's probably a smart pick. I'm just thinking Asuka's been
I
floundering
wouldn't
for
say
so
smart,
long.
I'd say
Okay. Well.
glorious.
So Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B team.
Wyatt Hardy.
Really?
Just because the B team's beaten them like 18 straight singles matches, and
I have a hard time with this pick.
They're going to derail them at some point.
I'm going to say the same thing, Matt and Hardy.
Matt and Hardy.
Matt and Hardy are going to beat those two.
Matt is Hardy.
It's because right above that I have Jeff Hardy. So
Yeah,
Jeff
Hardy
versus Nakamura. I'm saying Nakamura because I've read numerous reports that Jeff Hardy is nursing.
Look at you, numerous reports.
Oh, that's what my sources, which is Bleacher Report, say that Jeff Hardy is very injured.
Yeah, and throw a belt to Nakamura.
Yeah,
Chuck him a belt
because he has fallen, not so much fallen off, but like he's been not important since WrestleMania. Jax versus Bliss. Isn't this something? Oh, Ronda Rousey's at ringside.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an Extreme Rules match, which means maybe
she's
a
at
kendo
stick.
stick.
Not at ringside. She bought a ticket.
Or yeah.
Yeah,
So it should be outside.
outside ringside.
Yeah, so
One of the first.
part
row,
on
possibly.
me. So Jax versus Bliss. It's an Extreme Rules match, which can mean light taps with a kendo stick, unless you're Bailey.
Does Jax take the belt off Bliss so Rousey can feud with Bliss and not have title implications, or do they just go super obvious route? Bliss retains here, and we get Ronda versus Bliss at
That's what
SummerSlam.
I'm going with.
Okay.
Ronda Bliss.
I'm
Because
not.
that would be really good war of words, I think. Because Bliss could carry Rousey in the promos.
Yeah, you know what? Give me Bliss.
Hey, I tucked you into it.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the talker of talking.
I was still waiting for Natalya to turn back to a heel.
Yeah, I'm tired of this Natalia shit.
You're
so obsessed with her, with your bikini pictures.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
I say you're like, it's photoshopped. It's
was a
not
definite
photoshopped.
I can't.
She's not photoshopping her stuff she puts up. She's not some local Wells Fargo worker that sells clothing on the side. All right. This is Jim Neidhart's daughter. All right.
Yeah, and she needs. Okay, Roman Reigns. Oh no, wait, I can't have that. No,
Her dad was the Anvil, for God's
Reigns
sake.
versus Lashley. You think this closes out the pay-per-view?
It's Reigns. There's no way they're putting Lashley over.
I'm going with Lashley.
You're an idiot. You can definitely tell there's nothing on the line.
I'm going Lashley, and I'm going to be the smartest man alive. And then I'm going to come up with a
Well,
punishment.
it might be by like then. It'll be something stupid like DQ.
No, they won't DQ these two because they're both like proud warriors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Roman should start questioning his valor or stealing his valor or whatever it's called when saying he did, like Sami Zayn did. Then he get real heel heat.
By the way, I mentioned it to you that Kevin Owens wore Sami Zayn's.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
because his boy's out hurt
a long time.
Yeah.
Team Hell No reunites to take on the Bludgeon Brothers.
In which could be the main event.
It
just
almost
stupid.
could be. I mean, it is. At least it's a title match, for God's sakes. And it would be a feel-good story if they win, which I don't think they're going to.
I think the Bludgeon Brothers are beating Team Hell No,
Mm-hmm.
even though they have shirts.
They have shirts, but it's all right.
Dude, are you picking all the wrong ones?
No. You watch this week, I'm going to be so good. You don't even know.
You might get one right.
No. And what about the linear fucking world title, AJ versus Rusev? AJ retains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a moron there. Come on. This will be the one that we get wrong.
Yeah,
this will
be
Rusev's
Rusev Day.
shock win.
Rusev Day.
This will be the third match of the night or something. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
see the shirt? Is that Lana Day shirt you think for sale? Probably is.
It probably is. I'm not going to get a Lana Day shirt. That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Lana's in it. What's the point of a Lana Day shirt?
Yeah, or not in it. Like she took off the shirt, type of thing.
She's not taking it off for you, I can tell you that much.
No, you think she's taking it off for you?
She'd rather take it off for me.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. She knows what I can do.
How the fuck does she know what you can do?
She's heard things.
It goes around.
It gets around.
All right.
Yeah, legendary, I tell you. I could make her fall asleep in a second.
Yeah.
I get a good night's sleep with this guy.
Yeah. That's what she's looking for.
Well, kids, should we wrap this episode, do you think? Or do you want to keep riffing on stuff? I mean, we got...
What else you got?
What else we got? We hung out this weekend, went to a party.
We hung out. We made it like we're dating.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant we went...
We hung out a little bit. We furthered our relationship, if you know what I mean.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we teamed together to win a game of cornhole.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
I am a one-time cornhole champion.
Yeah.
Yep, after this weekend, I'm a defending, reigning, universal, linear fucking world cornhole champion. Yeah, I dominated. I closed the game. I was the closer. I was the Felipe Vasquez of our team. Dominated.
You should probably make a reference to a closing pitch that somebody would know.
He's an all-star, so it doesn't matter.
That's because the rules state every team must have one.
He's still an all-star.
Dumbest rule ever. I hate that rule, by the way.
That's not a dumb rule. For those of us who don't, for the Pirates, we need that
So that
rule.
gave you a reason to watch the All-Star game, to see
Absolutely.
him get in.
I've done it with many times. I've done it so many times. Evan Meek was a middle reliever for the Pirates in like 2004 or something. He made the All-Star team. I watched the whole fucking game to see if he got in. He didn't get in. Most of the time, the Pirate guy does not get in.
They don't even put him in.
Nope. Yeah, so.
Because they have no fans.
No fans. Let's tie a bow on this because we could talk about our personal lives some other time or something like that. But the Tapped Out Network is going strong. We are back. We did take a week off. We are very glad you guys listened to us this week. Go to tappedoutpod.com to catch all the episodes for all of the shows on the network. Catch us on all your favorite platforms. What is that? Stupefy? No, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and whatever, Stitcher or something like that. And check him out at The Real SCAV. You got anything on your Twitter coming up?
Though I did get an email today about football season starting up soon. Yuck. So soon will be high school football time at The Real SCAV. Follow me for local Berks County football.
Yes, if that's your thing, you can definitely follow
That's
him.
your thing. You're super cool.
Absolutely. And if wrestling is your thing, check us out on our Facebook page where you'll see all kinds of fun pictures and videos. Don't forget what
If wrestling's your thing, don't follow me at all because I hardly tweet about it at all anymore.
Yeah, because it's hard to follow sometimes.
Yeah.
But luckily, you're listening to us. You're getting all the news from us. You don't even need to watch the shows really because we covered it all.
I want to watch them.
You know what I thought was crazy? So we have the WWE 2K18 game. That came out at the end of last year. Elias is not in that game. Hasn't he been out for a while?
No, I don't think so.
Really? I feel like it's been longer than...
No.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Did he just come out like after WrestleMania last year?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Because I was going to make...
Isn't it crazy how, like... I mean, we didn't talk about him on this episode, and, like, that's another guy, like, they could, at any time they want, I think, make into the biggest guy on the show.
Absolutely. And it was just crazy.
Probably won't be because he's not Roman Reigns, but...
Yeah, and he just looks like a jacked up Seth Rollins. He probably already had his shot when he had that IC title shot.
That was it? You're done?
That was it. He's done, out. Now they're on to Mojo Rawley, pushing him every fucking week.
You mean by pushing him by beating...
No way.
What was that?
But at least we got to see Zelina Vega this week.
Yes, on SmackDown.
With her angry face.
Yeah.
Ooh, you love that fucking angry face.
Why does WWE really just has like so many different ridiculously good looking chicks?
And they have a different type.
Yeah, it is. It's real,
and whatever you
that's
like.
That's what Vince does.
He does. He's always done that.
Yeah.
There's always like the blonde bombshell. There's the brunette with like the dark.
Everybody's like a little bit like different things. Like, I mean, it's not really they should be in there for their wrestling ability, but Vince is like, fuck that shit.
They do the same with the guys, though. I mean, they have...
But
I mean, it's different for... But women don't look at women don't look at guys.
Women don't like guys?
No, they
don't
like
know. Your
their
girl
bodies.
likes Roman Reigns pretty much.
Who doesn't?
I mean, I don't... I mean, if you do, that's okay.
Thank you very much for listening to episode 61 of the Guerrilla Press this week, guys. We will catch you...
Guys' bodies.
We will catch you next week.
Later.